Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. I'm your host, Marcus Rankin, and today we are located in Brentwood, Tennessee again, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Brandon Knox with Compass, for making this tour possible. I'll be sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the outside, family, you do have that grand estate. You have the high-pitched roofs. Now, you will notice the stucco, painted white brick, and lap siding. You do have the coastal blue accents on the outside. That'll continue on the soffit and inside of the property. You have plenty of parking available. You see the long driveway that continues over there to the garage. So if you are hosting, this is the perfect one for you. Now, I want to turn your attention over here to the right because look at the rolling hills and the mature trees, a sight to see, and quite frankly, the video may not do it justice. As we do continue, you have plenty of yard available, as you can see. Now, over here to the left, you are going to have that modern covered front porch. You have the gas lanterns, and then you do see the painted white brick extends here. So the continuity is present. And then look at the herringbone pattern. Beautiful glass panes in the front door and just an overall impressive look. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get you inside. Beautiful. Look how warm and inviting it looks. So I'll pan you upwards. You have the double height ceilings. Look at the gold light fixtures and the white oak floors. Impressive. So as always, I'll turn your attention to the front door from the inside. Lovely. Now, look how seamless and discreet this looks. You have a coat closet right when you walk in, but if you weren't looking, you wouldn't even notice. So you will see the shiplap as well. And then look how open and airy this dining room is. Beautiful. So you will notice the candle style sconces that matches the candle style chandelier right above your dining table. So again, from the outside, you see plenty of parking was available. And if you are hosting, you see your guests have plenty of seating to work with. Really neat wallpaper, 12-foot ceilings that extends inside of the great room. Now, one of the biggest offices I've ever seen in my life, and take a look. Beautiful. So 12-foot ceilings, look at the candle style light fixture here. You have the fluted accent wall. The color looks like a rose mauve. So a really nice combination and touch. You have the massive windows. You notice that theme in the dining room that extends over here to the office. Absolutely impressive. So if you are working from home, this is the perfect spot to be. And then you have your storage closet here. And gosh, if you wanted to use this as a guest suite, you certainly could do that. You can comfortably fit a king size bed without any challenges. Now, after we leave the foyer, you head straight over here to the great room, but look at the buffer. You have a wet bar, custom cabinetry, shaker style. Look at the backsplash and then the glass shelving. So perfect to get your guests, or at least entertain them, fix them a drink, and walk right over here to the great room. Beautiful. So I'll do a full pan and we'll talk about the great room. Look how open and spacious it looks, family. Now, you do have the double sliding doors with the grids inside, so you can go ahead and open that up. It adds the character to the home. Now, the white oak floor extends here. You notice the coastal blue. You see the shiplap accent right there for our built-ins. and then the custom cabinetry. So look at the plaster material here. You see that nice, beautiful, elegant texture. Absolutely impressive. Now, you see the floor registers as well. You'll notice that it has that discreet look. Now, heading to the kitchen, family, look at the length of the island. Perfect bar seating to host and entertain. You have massive pendant lights hanging down right above the island. And marble countertops, you'll notice that extends up the backsplash, and you see that ledge. Perfect. Professional grade appliances too, and then two-tone cabinetry. So you have the panel ready dishwasher right over here. You notice that as far as the gold finishes and the fixtures. And then even right here, the monogram microwave. So again, if you are entertaining and having a great time with the family, look at the abundance of space that you have. Now, I'll turn your attention over here to the right. You do have the separate refrigerator and freezer. So I'll show you right here first and foremost, and then we'll go ahead and continue. You have the monogram freezer, plenty of storage here. You see soft close mechanism. I'll turn your attention up here too. And then you do have stacked cabinets as well. So also, you notice the seamless vent hood. You have that plaster material on there, and that complements the walls too. You have a pot filler. You know how I feel about the pot fillers. When they include that, it always is a great thing. And then here you go. Perfect. So now you are just a couple of steps away from the dining room. But right over here to the left, you have your scullery. You will notice the marble counters extend here. You have plenty of storage shelving, even over here to the left. And then you will have that pocket door. So you can add the secondary refrigerator right over here to the right. No issues whatsoever. And look at the space. Lovely. So now you head across the hall, and here we go. This will be entering in from your garage. Soaring ceilings. You have your mudroom. So you see the built-in bench here. Beautiful cabinets and the chrome hardware. Impressive. Now, as we continue right over here, look at this. So you notice the shiplap ceiling right above there, but then look how open. This is the first laundry room. You have a second one on the second level, plenty of windows again, and the herringbone pattern. So plenty of counter space. You have that sink overlooking the driveway and the gold fixtures. Now, before we do continue, I'll show you the garage. So you walk up these steps, look at the soaring ceilings back here. You even have a space tucked away over there. If you have maybe a golf cart, any ATVs, anything of that nature, you can tuck that away over there too. Okay, so as we continue, I didn't show you the breakfast nook. Now you have seating all along the wall here, and then you see the shiplap accents continues. But not only that, look at the abundance of windows. You're tucked on this hill right here, so you have a great view. Beautiful. So a lot going on. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts. I hope you are loving it just as much as I am. And we still have a lot to cover. So now, right around this corner, you're heading to your primary retreat and your powder bath. Look at the separation between the two. You see your elegant sconce, and then heading on this side, looking at the powder bath. You have that reeded design for your cabinet fronts, and then the toilet right around that door. But this is what I'm most excited about showing you. You have your French doors leading you to your primary retreat. Straight ahead, you have your primary closet, but I want to start right here in the bedroom. Open and airy. You have the vaulted ceilings, the candle chandelier, and look at the massive windows. So standing on this angle, you see from corner to corner the amount of space that you have. Your king bed, your 2 nightstands, the space between the nightstands, just overall a great room. Now, as we do continue straight ahead, you see the hall leading you to your ensuite, but you have that fluted design for your accent wall again. And look at the main closet. So you have a closet island, an abundance of shelving that even extends right when you enter, right above the door. And you have marble counters. So let's go ahead and open up some of these drawers for you. Plenty of space available. Impressive. So not only do you have French doors leading you this way, but then also inside of the closet, or heading into the closet rather. Now, heading to the bathroom, family. Look at this. His and her sinks, marble counters, vaulted ceilings, your pendant light hanging down, and look at the freestanding tub. So you don't have to worry about privacy. Most likely you'd add some shades here. But I love the lighting entering inside the property. You do have chrome sconces, and look at the walk-in shower. So much room. You have 2 shower benches, dual shower heads, and a waterfall shower head right above there, family. You know how I feel about that. Not to mention the 2 massive shower niches. And right around this corner, you have your water closet. Beautiful. So a lot of high-end features. The floor plan is fantastic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So it looks like we about covered the entire first level, family. Let's go ahead and get you to the second level. Now, you will notice some bonus rooms upstairs. The additional bedrooms are upstairs. And if you want to use them as, let's say the bonus rooms as a game room, a ballroom, or possibly a fitness gym, gosh, the possibilities are certainly endless, which is great for a property of this magnitude. Now, you have the massive windows right over here, and I'll show you overlooking the foyer. Incredible. So now you head straight back here. We're going to work our way around the perimeter, so that way the floor plan makes sense and comes full circle for you. Now look at the arch feature as you head down here. That's behind me as well. White oak floors, 0 carpet inside of the home, and we'll start right here to the left. Look at that. So you will notice the vaulted ceilings here. So you may have noticed it from the outside with the high-pitched roof. So that'll just kind of give you an idea. But look at the incredible mature trees and the view. So plenty of space available inside the bedroom. You have outlets in the baseboards and a huge walk-in closet. You have the floor-to-ceiling shelving and your ensuite here. Now, oftentimes you don't see for secondary bathrooms, right? Especially ones that are connected for the ensuite. You have dual sinks. So, gosh, you could use this as a second primary suite with the size of that closet. Beautiful fixtures, the off-white cabinetry, and look at the way that complements the shower surround. Beautiful. Even the marble extends this way, and you have a shower bench. So even the gold hardware here from our door handles. Now, looking at this room, you see that coastal blue look extends to this room. White oak floors, your beautiful sconces, you have a recessed area, and look at the amount of room. They even painted the ceiling too, so that's a good thing. Got a storage closet right over here. If you wanted to use this as a media space, you have your network cabinet in there, and all the electrical stuff right there. So if you wanted to use this as an exercise room, I definitely wouldn't blame you. All right, next, bedroom. An abundance of space here. Perfect for a queen bed set. You even have some more room to play with. And look at that, a spacious walk-in closet again. Common theme, floor to ceiling shelving. And look at this. An elegant shower tub combo. Look at the tiling matching the countertops over here. Beautiful. So like I mentioned, that study was massive down there. If you wanted to use that as a guest suite, depending if you have elders living with you, that's going to determine what you use that space as. Now, heading right here, look at the massive bonus room. Oh my goodness, plenty of space to work with. Vaulted ceilings right above there. You have a wet bar. You see the space for your beverage fridge, and you have a dishwasher here. So extremely versatile, perfect for hosting and entertaining. Now you are going to have the pillar doors. You'll notice that. So a fan favorite. And look at this outdoor space. So with having the double sliding doors, you can open up both of the sliders, have that indoor outdoor feel, get a breath of fresh air, and look at the incredible views. Wonderful. Now you are going to have the French doors. Then you see the marble counters extends here. They even added that ledge. A lot of subtle details that really make or break a property. You see the arch feature. Now turn your attention right over here to the right. You have a storage closet. And then they only need to walk a few steps to our powder bath. Okay. So as I mentioned, you have your first utility room downstairs. This is your second laundry room. Wall-to-wall cabinets. And then you have counter space right over here to the left. And hopefully I'm not going too fast for you. I just want to be as thorough as possible. Okay, so next bedroom. Look at the space. Again, the common theme with the vaulted ceilings. A queen bed would fit extremely comfortable in here. You see your ensuite. And then the shower tub combo. And this will be our fifth and final bedroom. So every single bedroom was extremely spacious. All except one had the vaulted ceilings. You see your light fixture and then the massive windows. Here's your walk-in closet. Each one had the walk-in feature, plenty of built-in shelving and rods for any size wardrobe. And then our ensuite. Look at that shower surround. Look how seamless that looks with the zero threshold and the shower bench and the way that complements the chrome sconces. Lovely. So that about covers the entire first level and second level, family. I hope you absolutely loved it. Last but certainly not least, we'll go ahead and take a look at the backyard. If you haven't done so, I know I've asked twice already, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. It always is appreciated. And trust me, it goes a long way. So imagine hosting here with your family, having a great time. They're laughing, having great conversations. And then now, look at this. So a generous size porch back here. Look at that. So I'll turn your attention upwards. Look at that chandelier hanging down, the abundance of windows, the coastal blue soffit, herringbone pattern floor down here, the painted white brick too. It is elevated. So not only did you have that balcony on the second level, but you still have a great view from here. And take a look at the size of the yard. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Brentwood, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.